Okay, for today's episode, we are going to be looking at 10 brands that can help you build your capsule wardrobe, but not just any brands. We're going to be looking at 5 brands that can help you build your core essentials for your capsule wardrobe, and 5 brands that can help you elevate that capsule wardrobe with a bit of spice. So don't go anywhere.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like.
Okay, hey there fashion friends, welcome to today's episode. Whether you are new here or you've been around for a while, I'm very happy that you are here with me today. So like I said before, I'm going to be sharing 5 brands that I think really just will help you build that sort of core basic essential wardrobe, and then 5 more brands that I think you can then bring in a little bit more personality. Each of these brands bring their own sort of personality, so I think then you can, bring in a little more spice, a little more edge to your wardrobe. So I guess for today's example, it's really speaking to brands that are bringing that more classic, timeless, chic sort of style mood, so that you are able to have this wardrobe for years and years and years. It's going to kind of work. It's going to kind of recycle through each of the seasons and still keep you current and relevant. So we'll be looking at their style mood as well as the selection of their pieces and their sizes. And we'll be speaking to how these can kind of work within your capsule wardrobe. But along with that, we'll be looking at the quality, the pricing, and the return policy. So for pricing, I'm basically doing averages of low being the average of below $100, mid being the average of $100 to $200, and the high range being from anything $200 and up. So with that, let's get into it. So the first brand we're going to be talking about, and kind of the most obvious one, is Veta Capsule. So if you're not familiar with Veta Capsule, they basically create capsule wardrobes for you. So they've got a range of different sort of capsule wardrobes that fit within different style moods or style types. You could go in there and literally buy the whole entire collection, or maybe it's that you're gonna mix and match, but ultimately they make it very effortless for you to create a capsule wardrobe. My only thing with this is that I think you lose a little bit of the personality, you lose a little bit of that individuality. You guys, I cannot talk on these videos. You lose a little bit of that individuality. I gotta break it up. Individuality. You guys get what I'm saying. Okay. Not that you can't put your own little twists, you can't put your own little creativity on there, because they are, good classic things that you can easily work around. Their sizing is pretty limited because it's just regular sizes, which is unfortunate. And their pricing is from mid to high range. Their return policy is pretty standard, just your standard 30-day return policy, unused, unworn, and I believe it's a free return. They didn't mention any sort of fees. Okay, the next brand is Kuana. I think that's how you pronounce it. Kuana? I think. So their selection is very classic chic in my opinion. The fabrics and the construction of those pieces are very high quality. They do have a small range of sizes, basically just sticking within the regular sizes again, which again is super unfortunate. So as for their effortlessness in building a capsule wardrobe, they do provide a core collection, which is core essential pieces that you could easily pull in and create a capsule wardrobe out of. Everything's very neutral, everything's got clean lines, everything can easily circle back to each other. So you could definitely start off with their core collection to get a good base, to get a good essential core wardrobe. Pricing here is mid to high, and their return policy is also free within 30 days with unused, unworn pieces. Okay, next brand is Aday. This brand is very minimalist. They definitely have a very streamlined range of their pieces. Their style is very minimalist contemporary, and the construction to me is perfection. Again, small range of sizes. Sorry for my petite and plus size gals. This is, yeah. We got some coming up here that have some more options for you. So as for kind of the effortlessness in building your capsule wardrobe, I'd say this is very effortless, because I feel like you could buy their whole entire range, their whole entire collection, and it would be a capsule wardrobe in itself, because everything seems to work together. Everything's, circling back to each other. A lot of the things are very multi-purpose, very functional. Pricing is averaging within the mid-range about, and they do have a 30-day return policy. However, they do have a $5 return shipping label fee, and if you're outside of the US, that's a $25 return shipping fee. Okay, next brand is Cotton. So their selection, I would say, is a sort of casual, chic, minimalist vibe. A lot of basics mixed in with a bit of, you know, sophistication. The fabrics are extremely good quality and great quality of fits and construction. For sizing, they do go a little bit further than the regular sizes, providing the size XXL. They definitely have the best pricing out of the brands we've spoke about so far, working from low range to the mid range. And they do have a return policy of 30 days. But only for US and Canada. And of course, we couldn't speak to a capsule wardrobe brand without speaking about my beloved Everlane. So I'd say Everlane has a very minimalist, chic sort of selection with a little bit of, you know, edge and a little bit of street in there. And the fabrics are extremely high quality and the constructions are great, just wear really well over time. They definitely have the best range of sizes. They have petite, regular, and plus size, as well as that they provide different inseams. For capsule wardrobes, I'd say what I love about Everlane is it's, again, one of those brands that is very consistent with their aesthetic throughout. So even when they're bringing in new pieces, it always seems to circle back to each other. As well as that, I love that they're super consistent with their color palettes. So it's really easy to make those decisions on different colors that you want to bring in because you know that there's gonna be other options that are gonna work with those colors. So everything really just works together in that way. They have multiple tones within that range. So I definitely think it's very effortless. However, they don't provide like, you know, a handmade capsule wardrobe for you. They don't have it all spelled out for you. You definitely have to work a little bit more and figure it out for yourself, but I think it makes it a lot easier because it's all there. The pricing is from low to mid, and their return policy is within 30 days. However, it is a $5 return fee, but that is waived if you opt for store credit. Okay, so that is it for the kind of core basics wardrobe. Okay, so let's get into the fashion essential brands. So these are gonna be brands that are gonna bring just a little bit more spice, a little bit more edge, just maybe a little bit more personality to your wardrobe that you can slowly bring in over time, and they're gonna add and elevate to your wardrobe and make it a lot more personal to you. Okay, so the sixth brand is Me and M. I love it because it's a little bit different. It's a little bit outside of my comfort zone. It definitely has like a little prairie chic vibe to it. But as well as that, it's very contemporary, very chic, and very timeless. So I can't speak to their quality and their construction firsthand, but by looking at the product descriptions and the reviews, it looks to me like it is a high quality product. For the size range, again, it's just a regular size range. The pricing is from the mid-range to high, and the return policy is within 28 days and is free for the UK and the US, but if you are outside of that, you do have to pay for your own return shipping. Okay, the next brand is Nilly Loughton. So this is definitely an edgy, contemporary, chic sort of vibe. So it's got a great range. If you are somebody that has that edgy contemporary style, this brand is you all the way. The quality I can personally attest to is fantastic. The fabrics are just very high quality, very durable, and the construction is great. Again, regular size ranges. I'm sorry. So where they definitely shine is their consistency in their sort of edgy aesthetic, in that contemporary aesthetic. So it's easy to know that if you're gonna purchase an item that maybe a few years down the line, if you want to bring in something else, you know that probably something that you're gonna pull from that brand is going to work with that older piece. This brand also provides the NL Classics, which again is sort of their core classic collection, just your go-to classic pieces. So again, if you wanted, you could build a sort of small core wardrobe from this, and it just makes it a little bit more effortless if you're not sure where to start. The pricing is definitely in the high range, and for the return policy, it is a 14-day return policy, so kind of tight. So you got to make that decision real quick, girl. The next brand is Anine Bing. This is sort of chic streetwear, I would say. Again, for the sizing, regular sizing. So the pieces are easily cohesive with each other, which is fantastic. They also have a classic section, so you can go through that and see if that would work for you to build a core wardrobe. It'll just make it a little bit more effortless when building. So that's fantastic. But they also have a great selection throughout the other categories as well. Adds a very effortless edge to it. It's very understated. It's not sort of, you know, a slap in the face sort of edge. Everything just kind of has that little bit of twist, like that little edgy twist on very classic timeless pieces, which I absolutely love. The pricing is from mid to high range, and the return policy is also 14 days. So cutting it close again. And number 9 is Citizens of Humanity. This is timeless, flattering, chic denim and essentials. The quality is impeccable of the fabrics and the construction. So this does have a little bit of a better size range. So they do provide from size 23 up to size 32. So that's a little bit better. The pieces are very neutral, very elegant, and they easily work together, and they easily work with all other brands. I think that's the one thing that I love so much, is that you can take these pieces and they'll really work with any sort of style type, with any sort of style mood, but still bringing in that elevated style just due to their fits, due to their silhouette. They really pay attention to their details. Pricing is from mid to high, and the return policy is your standard sort of 30 days. And brand number 10 is Nordstrom. That might be a surprising one, but Nordstrom is one of my beloveds because I've been shopping there for years. I started shopping there because somebody basically told me about just their impeccable customer service, like their free tailoring, which I absolutely love. Speaking to their style, all styles, that's the other great thing. Obviously the quality depends on what you're purchasing. They carry a bunch of different brands. Their size selection is fantastic. They obviously provide, you know, petite, regular sizes and plus sizes. And like I said before, they provide the free tailoring, which I think is awesome. So if you are somebody that needs that customizing, they're there for you, babe. So why I really think that this is a great brand for your capsule wardrobe shopping is that I think because they have such a range of brands and such a range of styles, it makes it really effortless to fill in those gaps. So I think when you have a capsule wardrobe, it is important to have your gaps filled, because I think you do have a more, you know, minimal sort of intentional wardrobe. So everything has a big impact. So if you're missing something within that wardrobe, you know, you notice it. So I think what I love about Nordstrom is when you're on the hunt, when you're on the search for filling that gap, you're able to really refine your search, and you're gonna have a lot of different options right there at your fingertips. If you're looking for a blazer, you might have 10 different options versus going to another brand, you might have 2 or 3 different options. So it really allows for you to really have those options and really be able to make the best decision that works for you. You don't have to settle. The pricing is from low to high to luxury. Luxury is like way up the scale. Return policy is case by case. So this is another reason why I absolutely love shopping with Nordstrom, is because of their return policy. They basically work on a case by case basis, just meaning that they're gonna kind of use their better judgment, and they're going to work with their customers. They're gonna work with their clients. So just as an example, I purchased a pair of boots with them, and I had them for 6 months. I just sat on them for so long because I just was not sure about them. I wanted to love them, but they just weren't quite working for me. But I never wore them outside. I only kind of tried them on inside and everything. So, and I still had all the original packaging. So I went in and I returned them after 6 months, and I got my full refund. And I just think that's great because they can obviously see everything, they track everything, so they can kind of see that, like, yeah, this girl's not, you know, taking advantage of this. Now, obviously, if somebody's, you know, getting a little crazy and, you know, taking advantage of the system, then yeah, they're gonna probably, you know, put the kibosh on that. But for the most part, yeah, I love that they kind of put that trust in their customers. I think, again, that's why they have built such a following, why they've built such a loyal following, is because of that sort of camaraderie that they have with their customers. So there we have it. 10 brands to shop for your capsule wardrobe. These are sort of the 10 that I've chosen to speak to help those of you that are working to build your wardrobe and just really aren't sure where to look, aren't sure to where to start. So these are great places to start with. All right, my friends, you know what to do. If you did enjoy today's episode, give me that thumbs up, comment below, share with your friends, subscribe, and click the bell to get notified when I post my new episodes. Stay healthy, stay safe, love and support each other, and we will definitely be chatting soon. Bye!